What's up, you guys? Daniel Ferrer here, coming at you with another tutorial video. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I automate my lead nurture from A to Z, coming from a simple form fill. With that said, let's dive right in. Okay, so the first thing we're going to want to do is actually create a new pipeline. Creating a pipeline actually helps us organize our leads, because that way we know what our hottest leads are, our warm leads are, and our coldest leads are, and we know exactly who to reach out to and how to reach out to them based off of the different parts of the sales cycle that they are in. So let's go ahead and go to settings. We'll go to pipelines, create a new pipeline, and we will call this our lead nurture pipeline. So some basic stages that I like to put in my pipeline. So we have our DQs, we have our not interested, we got our cold leads, warm leads, and hot leads. So a cold lead is anyone who's been in our system 7+ days. A warm lead is anyone from 48 hours to 7 days. And a hot lead is anyone from, basically 48 hours. That's just a 48-hour time. So next stage, we are going to have in contact, meaning anybody who has responded to us. We'll have an appointment booked section, a no-show section, appointment sat. Then we will have a offer extended, a closed won, and a lost. Cool. So now that we have our pipeline, let's go to our opportunities and make sure it looks good. And this is exactly what we wanted, so it looks perfect. Next, we're going to start with our automation. So let's go to automation, create workflow, start from scratch, click continue. And from here, we will call this our lead nurture workflow. Cool. So some basic things that I like to get out of the way is go to settings. I want this to be a stop on response, because when I'm reaching out to leads, if they respond to me saying they're not interested, I want my text messages to stop automatically for me. That way I don't have to manually take them out of each workflow. And I do not want to allow re-entry, so let's go ahead and click save and go on to our builder. So our trigger is going to be our form. So form submitted, and let's actually go back and look at those, right? So our trigger form, we have a couple of different form type of submissions that we can do. An order form submission, so if you are actually selling a product that someone's paying for right there on the landing page, you can do that. LinkedIn lead form, so if you're running ads on LinkedIn. TikTok forms or Facebook lead forms. These are all different forms that you can use. In my case, I'm going to use form submitted from a landing page. I will select my form, save trigger, and from here, what I'm going to do is actually going to assign to a user. And in this case, I'm actually going to round robin. So I'm going to select two different users to equally round robin and distribute the leads between the two people. From here, I'm going to send an internal notification, usually in the form of a text message. You have different options. You have emails or in-app notifications. In this case, I'm going to send a text to the assigned user saying you have a new lead. Save that, and next we will create an opportunity. At this point, we select the pipeline that we just created, go to our stage, and we will mark it as a hot lead. I'm going to save this so I don't lose it, and we will then continue with our condition. So I'm going to go to if else. I'm going to create a condition that says if before 8 p.m. after 9 a.m. Reason why I want to do this is I don't want to reach out to leads and send them automated text messages after 8 p.m. basically. I don't want to do this while they're, while you're asleep, because then, leads just go unanswered if they do answer. But we don't want to hit people up too late at night. That's basically the reasoning behind that. So if before 8 p.m. and after 9 a.m., so let's do date time, current hour is after, and we're going to do 9 a.m. and date time, current hour is before 8 p.m. Save that. And so that way, if it is in that condition, it'll go down the left side of this workflow. If it's in the flip side, it'll go down this other route. So what we're going to want to do is send a text. Send an email. And then on the right side, we're going to want to send an email because they are after hours. So let's just send an email. It's a little bit less invasive. Basically asking like when would be a good time to give you a call or a booking link that they can link on. So let's just do like booking link. And then I'm going to add a wait step to wait till day 2 basically, right? Day 1 is gone. We're going on to day 2. So advanced window, exact. I want this to start up at 9:30 a.m. the next morning. Cool. So in this action on the left side, I want to continue with day 1. So day 1, I'm going to actually wait 2 hours. Actually, let's make it 3 hours. And I'm going to send another text. Hey, did you get my text? Click save, make sure we're all on the same page. And now I'm going to put a wait step here that says exact window, 9:30 a.m. That way we're lining up the left side with our right side so things don't get crazy. So I'm going to relabel this as day 1. And now I will send another text. I'm going to call it day 2. And I will copy this and paste that here. So now we have our day 2 text. Next, I will copy this and send another email. And maybe wait maybe 4 hours, hit them up in the afternoon. It is a little bit tedious to have to do this, but luckily we can copy these actions. And I will copy this text and send another one. So we're going to send another text here on day 2 to make sure that they are getting texted heavily on the first 2 days. Speed to lead and as many touches as possible in the first 48 hours is kind of the rule of thumb I like to go by. So we're now on day 2. Let's go ahead and put another wait step to make sure we get to day 3. I'm going to do an exact time and say 10 a.m. Okay, copy this to here. And now I'm going to update the opportunity because we are now on day 3, so we're outside our first 48-hour window. I'm going to update the lead nurture pipeline so that our lead now moves to the warm lead section. So let's copy this. Now we have a warm lead. Now, from this point, the lead nurture is basically all up to you. I'm just going to keep building this out to get to where we're at with our cold leads. But you can hit them up as many times as you want, as little as you want. You can take things in, take things out. If you want to send a text on day 3, you can. If you want to send a text on day 4, you can. It's all totally up to you. It's just repeat the process at this point. So let's go ahead and repeat the process. We're on day 3. You know what? I'm going to wait. I'm going to actually wait 48 hours at this point. Since we are on day 3, I'm waiting 48 hours to get to day 5, and I'll send an SMS. And this will be day 5. Let's go ahead and just send an email too. Why not? You can never send too many emails. Like, it's non-invasive. People don't really care. They also don't respond to them that much, but they work. You know, sometimes you will get a response, so you might as well keep it in there. I will wait another 48 hours. Let's do 48 hours. And now what we're going to do here, since this is day 7, we're going to go to Update Opportunity. Select our Need Nurture Pipeline and make sure it goes into Cold Lead. I'm going to click Save just to save all this. From here, I'm going to just go ahead and do a wait step. And every week, I guess every 7 days, I will send an email. Send an email. And let's copy this. Let's copy all actions from here. Let's do that again, send email. And you can do that for as long as you want. So now what we're going to do is where we left off here, warm leads. Warm leads. Okay, so basically we just want to copy this piece all from here and paste it here. So now we have a sequence on both sides of the workflow. I'm going to click Publish and Save. And now we have our workflow saved. So the next thing I'm going to want to do in order to automate this just a little bit more is to create a new workflow on top of this one. So let's go ahead and go to Create Workflow. And basically what I'm going to do is that whenever somebody responds to this workflow, I'm going to actually automatically move them to the In Contact field in our pipeline. So customer responds in contact. So this would be a customer reply trigger. And we're going to filter it specifically for them to reply from our lead nurture workflow. That way, like, we're not getting a bunch of replies from different workflows. It's just this specific workflow is what we're working on. And let's go and do allow reentry, and we don't need to stop on response. So let's click Save. And all we're going to do is go to Update Opportunity, Lead Nurture Pipeline, In Contact, and you know what? Just to be safe, let's do a remove from workflow as well, just in case the stop on response doesn't work properly. So let's remove from workflow, another workflow, and it's going to be the lead nurture workflow. Let's go to click Publish, click Save, and we are done. So that's it. That's how this basic lead nurture sequence works. As you can see, you can kind of customize it to however you want it to work for you and your clients. This is just what worked for me in the past, but as you know, things change and things can get improved. So if you have any comments, go ahead and leave them down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel because it does help me out a ton if you like this content. And I'll see you in the next one.